So, as we said, mechatronics is largely based upon module assembly and architecture. So, starting with a Simulink model which looks like that, how can we define a module, an assembly, and an architecture? A very good comparison to do is the building of a house. Assume this is the area of the house. First step consists in drawing rooms. They are defined by functionality, for example, bathroom, kitchen, and so on. Next step consists in defining paths between rooms. For example, the architect defines that going straight from the garage to the bedroom is not relevant, and going straight from the living room to the bathroom is not relevant neither, whereas going from the bedroom to the bathroom is a relevant path. At this step, the architecture is defined. Functionalities are rooms and allowed paths from rooms to rooms are defined. This is the architecture designed by an architect. To make this house work properly, each room has to be filled. For example, a kitchen, according to its functionality, needs a fridge, a bathroom needs a shower or a bath or both, etc. These items are actually modules, and this list of chosen modules is called an assembly. Modules are specifically dedicated to a room, this is to say its functionality, and changeable inside a room. For example, you may decide to have two smaller coaches instead of one big coach, or an extendable table inside in the living room instead of a big table. These are different versions of a module. Of course, it doesn't make sense to put a fridge in the bedroom because this is not the expected functionality of the bedroom. It is of course possible to have all these functionalities without any architecture, an empty one in fact. All functionalities are existing and work, but it is clearly difficult to live in, especially if you are several people. And actually, it is quite the same for such a Simulink model. So basically, it's quite simple. Mechatronics aims to manage modules, assemblies, and architectures, while designing Simulink model based on these three standards. From the architecture point of view, it enables to easily change the architecture of your house according to new functionalities you want to add or modify. For example, this could be the very first architecture. This is very classic, so you have measurements, monitoring, and control. And for example, you decide that you need another room here, which is an observations room. Okay, so now we have clearly defined what is a module, assembly, and an architecture. And based on these three standards, the next tutorial steps will go through all these functionalities.